Hello, I'm Jeff Cavins. Today we're looking at the readings for the 16th Sunday in Ordinary Time. From Luke chapter 10, it's the story of Martha and Mary. In this story, we're going to learn that there's a lot of distractions in life. And there's also one thing that's really needed in your life. And if you don't do that which is needed, then you're going to miss the mark and you're probably going to be even more distracted. The gospel reading says, "Now as they went on their way, he entered a village, and a woman named Martha received him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet and listened to his teaching. But Martha was distracted with much serving. And she went to him and said, 'Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Tell her to help me.' But the Lord answered her, 'Martha, Martha, you are anxious and troubled about many things. One thing is needful. Martha has chosen the good portion, which shall not be taken away from her.'" There's so much we can learn from this week's passage as we contrast these two sisters. And while we think of two sisters, we might also be talking about these two sisters in you, in your life, in my life. Think about all the times that we are distracted by all the things that really do need to get done. And the more we tend to those things that need to get done with the children, driving around, taxes and yard work and getting the house ready for that reunion coming up, after a while, everything seems to pile up. And we are distracted. But distracted from what? Distracted from the one thing that's really needed, and that is to sit at the feet of Jesus and to learn and to be comforted and to be directed by Jesus. You see, there's a priority to all the things we do in life. And this story of Martha and Mary is telling us about those. It's not saying that work isn't important, because it really is. It's not saying that getting your house in order isn't important. It really is. But there's something that is more needful, and that is meeting with Jesus on a regular basis. And one of the things that we learn when we develop this relationship with Jesus and we sit at his feet is that he will tell us what to do, and he will order our steps and our schedule. And when you serve out of relationship, you're not as distracted and anxious about what you're doing. And so they're very important, both of them. But what is really needed is to sit with Jesus. And I would encourage you to follow Mary's life here and hunger for Jesus and sit at his feet. Perhaps adoration at your chapel, or praying the rosary, or going to Mass as often as you can. Put Jesus first, and he will cause all of these other things to come together and to be organized, and they will take care of themselves if you do what you need to do first, which is tend to Jesus. Now, there's extremes on both ends, right? We find in our own lives or in the lives of others, particularly in parish work, that there are those that just do. They're constantly doing in the parish. Those people end up getting burned out if they don't tend to what is really needed, and that is that quiet time with Jesus. But we also find people that are studying constantly and in their prayer constantly, but not of any practical service to the church or to anybody else. Not that prayer is bad, but there's a balance in life, especially if you have a family. So here we strike the balance, and that balance tilts towards spending time with Jesus, and out of that relationship, we can serve. It's a great way to avoid anxiety and being anxious in our lives. Put Jesus first. That's your assignment for this week.